Okay, welcome to the motherfucking Halloweenville podcast. Right now, we're here with one of my favorite bands coming out of Portland right now, Live Alone. To my left, can I get a quick introduction from y'all?
Yeah, my name's Austin. I play guitar in Live Alone.
Yo, I'm Terrell. I play guitar and I do vocals in Live Alone.
Yo, I'm Dan and I play bass. Missing DC who plays drums today, but
Shout out to DC.
I was about to say, we're missing a member today,
Couldn't be here.
Our
technically.
drummer is predisposed. Indisposed?
indisposed,
He out of commission.
predisposed, yeah.
Shout out DC. Okay, guys. I'm very curious because technically I know Terrell Pace through Lord Lawrence and Co. And I knew that homie has always like made music, but I didn't know because I'd only ever seen him DJing type shit. And when you guys like entered the scene, I was kind of blown away immediately because I didn't know that this motherfucker had it in his back pocket. You guys, this whole band. I'm curious about how you guys all know each other because it seems like a lot of you guys go like way back.
Oh, yeah. We go way, way back. Dan is my first friend, like, ever.
Yes, sir.
Like, I met this motherfucker in kindergarten. Fucking...
Yeah, I recall it as the first day of kindergarten.
That was your first
Yeah, this
day.
is how I recall it. Like I just like walked up, I was like, "You're my friend now," but you have a different story about it.
I feel like the teacher walked in and was like, you have to show him around. And then, you know,
That sounds like a very like elementary school thing, though. It's like you just get delegated the responsibility of like being his friend because he's a new student.
This kid is just too weird.
they fucking knew immediately. They're like, let's go over there.
If we don't match a kid with his friend, like,
he's gonna have a hard time.
Well, yeah,
He's gonna ruin his life, you know.
Well, that was a good decision because, I mean, you guys are still around.
We've ruined our lives together.
Yeah, each other's lives.
Yeah,
yeah, cool.
It's beautiful.
How sweet.
No, Austin. Yeah, we went to elementary school together, but we wasn't really fucking with each other until like
like high school.
Yeah, until high school. I was fucking with you, not like as a friend, but. I was fucking bullying you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, bro,
Is that the origin story?
yeah, no. So like I've known them since third grade because that's when I moved to like the Salmon Creek area where we kind of grew up, and like I knew of them, and like in middle school. I don't know. Like I just remember you making fun of me a lot, but it was fine. Like
I was cooking your ass.
Yeah, I mean,
you took things way too seriously.
Yeah, arguably like rightfully.
That's where the fun is, you know.
Right. I've told you this before, but like, dude, yeah, if I went back and met my 13-year-old self, I would be doing the same shit. I'd be like begging on him too. So
I like Linkin Park, but when
did you guys start playing music together though?
Well, that's the reason that. Well, who decided to start playing music? Was it?
That was you.
Yeah, it was me.
You were playing music in middle school.
Yeah.
Your dad was a church drummer. I remember you had drums in the garage.
So like, really, what happened is like I started playing guitar and bass and stuff like that, and then you got your Line 6 amp, and then you're like.
I got a bass because you were like, I don't want to play bass or some shit. Or
I forgot about that, dude. Yeah,
I got a bass because I just wanted. I wanted to play with the homies, but y'all were already in a band, like doing Best Seat and Frozen.
Best Seat and Frozen was my first band.
Yeah. I remember you guys played shows.
Dude,
you guys played shows.
That was your guys'
grade.
first band, damn.
Yeah, we played a show at the SecuriCon, and that was our first show. And now it's
old ass nigga.
Yeah.
What kind of music were you guys playing?
Played there and shit. Yeah.
What kind of music were you guys playing at the time?
This was our first band when we started playing together was Heroes Under Glass.
Like what genre of music? I mean,
we played like metalcore.
It was like straight up metalcore. Yeah.
Like just fucking stealing, like just riffs from fucking August Burns Red and.
Nice. I mean that's how it was back then. Though you're like, man, this riff is tight. What note can I change to like rip it off and it still be obvious, but also like, it's mine now.
Whoa, don't go 8-7-5, go 10-7-8. You know what I'm
it's all the same, dude. It's all the same.
That's for the people who don't play guitar. That's referring to the notes on this
They're called frats.
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to do it like as basic as possible for our listeners who don't play guitar.
Fucking idiots. Yeah. Learn an instrument. Damn.
How did you guys all come into a fold together then? Like musically.
I think it all happened at like different times. Like we all made music, and we've been friends for 15 years, really. So
yeah, I knew
majority
that.
of my life, yeah.
I knew that they were in bands because, like I said, I knew of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I like weirdly always like looked up to them because they were always in bands and like doing shit I wanted to do. This is honestly like my first band that I've really been in.
Really?
Yeah. There's shout out to Lawrence, but there was a band that me and him were like in together called Downtime, but we only ever practiced. We never like
interesting.
Played. Yeah.
It's fun.
yeah, that's how we got our name. We stole that shit.
Yeah. It was between Downtime and Live Alone, and we went with Downtime.
Yeah.
But so like the moment me and Pace started hanging out like in high school, like we started making music together, but then you like also started like producing around that same time, and you kind of like
I was mostly making hip hop beats, and
so like we had jammed a few times, and then you just like immediately went into producing, and then I don't like do anything with producing. I just play guitar, so like we didn't really like jam much after that.
How did the band Live Alone come together then? What was like the force that made you guys say, "Fuck it, we should all be we shouldn't be doing music on our own. We should be doing music together."
That was all Pace, really.
I feel like we had the idea because we all moved in together, like the end of 2019, and then the pandemic hit, and we're all just like kind of sitting around, and I was just
like getting really drunk.
Yeah.
So the band has existed that long?
No.
I mean, so we Fanhead, the song Fanhead, we wrote during COVID. Like me and TJ wrote it. It was originally his idea. It wasn't really for anything. I just think it was kind of the result of like being kind of stir crazy, and you'd be like, dude, I want to do something, and recording, and we had like made that, and we showed it to Dan, and like I remember we were all like, yeah, this is pretty fucking dope, but like we didn't really have any plans for it until like
a year and a half later.
Yeah.
After we all moved out too, which is fun.
Yeah, we literally all moved.
Honestly, that kind of makes sense because like
yeah.
You don't really share the same brain, but COVID shit was kind of like, I was like, I never thought about homicide, but wow, this year is really making me change as a person.
Not for the better.
So, how were you guys like just jamming and like you said, fuck it, let's do something with this? Like you say, Pace kind of spearheaded this. Were you like, I'm low key sick of just being a DJ. I got the what is it called? The feng shui.
The vision.
Yeah.
The vision.
Yeah. That really was it. I was tired of people being like, because I just DJ for Lawrence all the time.
Yeah.
Because like that was, honestly, that shit like saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really gave me something to do and like connect with music.
Yeah.
At a time where like I wasn't really producing that much, or it was past when I did all the SoundCloud shit. And I was just tired of people being like, "Oh, you DJ? That's cool."
Yeah, kind of being like a cog in the machine, even though you're like, I got swag too. Fuck you.
I mean, honestly, though, we all have, and it's like we've talked about this before, where it's like it's weird that it took us like so long to form a band because we've known each other and like made music like very closely with each other for a really long time. But like in a weird way, like I don't know, like again, we've talked about this before, but like it kind of had to happen now, like just with our evolution as people and like musicians as well. Like we have so many more like connections and people, and like I don't really know how you would describe it, but it just feels like if we were to make this band like 5 or 6 years ago, it would like not be what it is.
Honestly,
if that makes sense.
I can co-sign this like 100% because if I feel like you guys would know more than anybody, but when I talk about this, rap is in its Nickelback Creed era right now. And I only say that in the extent that, like, you know, everybody has rose-colored glasses for that era. I've no beef with any of that music, but if you really were paying attention to the time, there's a lot of bands that everybody is a fucking huge fan of right now that was not liked in the early 2000s, but it's technically popping now because a lot of babies that were listening to that are now adults now. Not saying that music's bad, but it's, you know, rose-colored glasses.
Kind of slap.
We
were just talking about Chevelle too.
I'm only saying this because I feel like rock is having a revival again because time kind of rhymes, and it's one of those things that rap has become so oversaturated and so like inhuman and so commercial that people just want that like raw, like human music. I don't know. That's the best way to describe it. Not saying I love rap, but obviously like rap is not hitting the billboards anymore. I think this is a perfect time for this band because this is like one of the most like raw bands I know in the whole scene. So, I mean, like the time is now. It's perfect that this whole shit came together.
Yeah, hardcore's having a moment. We're not really a hardcore band, but like,
I mean, yeah, we're associated with all that.
Yeah, but like the shit with like Turnstile.
Yeah.
Turnstile's big. There's like some hardcore bands on Coachella.
Yeah.
And like
It's
you
all
said,
like Turnstile, yeah.
yeah, like you said, rap, you know, just kind of
It's
like
in its hiccup
stale.
era. It will come back. Everything
it kind of just lost like
goes
the
back and
punk
forth.
energy to it, you know. Where like
it's
rap
kind
and hip hop was like it was a very revolutionary sound. And it's like kind of, it still has like sections of it that do that, but it's not.
But that's what I mean. Where I'm like, punk rock is punk rock again in a way, to an extent, as much as the TikTokification of all those subcultures. The music though is like hitting. You know what I mean? You guys could drop a song and like people will gravitate towards it, and you guys are just do shows and it does its thing where a rapper literally has to like spread his butt cheeks and fucking put a lyric video and 10 TikToks to get like 3 streams just because how fucking bad shit has gotten. I'm really curious though, where does the name Live Alone even come from?
So like I said before, it was one of the names that like the project I used to be in with like Lawrence and like a few of my other buddies. Shout out Justin Cherslin and Sean Brown.
Shout out repurposing good ideas.
Yeah, and like
we do that all the time.
So yeah, it was like back then the names were Downtime and Live Alone. Downtime was because like this is what we do. We make music in our downtime, and Live Alone was just it was kind of like that post pop punk era where like a lot of those bands were going like more like emotional, like that type of route, and the idea, I don't know, like it just kind of struck a chord with us. So like going into this band, we had like a few ideas, and like we had gone by a few different names like amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Like with this project, but we kind of knew like none of them were really sticking, and we really hadn't started marketing ourselves yet, so we just like kind of were rotating through them. But
was there any name that you guys were like really close to using but didn't?
We started on one.
if you want to say
this is news to me, actually. I've never heard this yet.
Cape Crest.
Yeah, it was Cape Crest.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and that like
The
didn't.
alliteration going on.
Yeah, I like the alliteration.
Yeah, it was cool.
Shout
but it
out
was one of
Jody
those
High
things,
Roller.
Like, it was one of those things where like
Riff-raffing,
once we sat on it for a while, it was kind of like, okay, this probably isn't it. And like I remember me and you were talking, and Live Alone was something I threw out as a joke, but that like I didn't expect anyone to like it, but like you were like, yeah, it's dope. And then I remember like that just like, and I was like, oh shit, like hopefully no one's gonna be mad at me for using that.
I thought it was funny that you thought somebody would be upset.
I
Really,
right.
Lawrence was the
Dude,
only
yeah.
one that even remembered. Really,
No, Justin talked to me about it at one point, but he just thought it was funny or something. Like he didn't care, and like nobody.
Lawrence thought it was funny too.
yeah,
It was
it
like,
was-
where'd you
I don't
come
know.
up with that one?
It
We'll
just
see him in court later, so it's whatever.
Right. It was just something I hadn't thought about in so long that I just didn't expect it to stick. I was just throwing shit at the wall, if you know what I mean. So like,
Yeah.
the fact that it stuck was like, oh, okay, like I guess this is what we're doing now. Like,
Fuck it.
it was a joke to me, but so yeah.
What is your guys' collaborative process like, being such a all having your own ventures, all definitely being like musicians in your own right. How does a Live Alone song come together?
It's it's constantly changing. I feel like now we have much more of a collaborative process between like all of us.
Yeah.
When it first started, it was kind of just me and Austin.
Yeah, because like with Fanhead, like me and you wrote that, and then like the first batch of songs was just me and you writing it, and then
Where like one of us will come up with the idea. Really, like I'll come up with like a rhythm part, and then it goes one of two ways. I come up with a rhythm part, and then you like put leads and like all your other sauce on it, or you write like almost a whole song, and then I come in and like change little parts.
Be like, hey, this is wrong, or whatever. Yeah,
This is like I'm not going to play that actually.
Yeah.
Then,
Like I can't play this.
I cannot play that
yeah.
and do vocals at the same time, or like we should chug harder here.
yeah,
Basically,
like that's pretty much that. One of those two processes is essentially like the first batch of songs. Like right now, it's kind of just like whoever's got ideas to bring to the table. Like it's one of those two things, but like there's some stuff we've written that like has started with Dan's ideas, and like
now.
That's a new thing though.
Yeah.
So
and then,
essentially, if an idea fucks, fucks.
just like you bring it, and if we like it, we like it, and sometimes
we shit on
Yeah.
each other's ideas, and
I think that's important actually. Like not every idea is
we got to keep everybody in check.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it's like kind of written in front of a computer where we're kind of like recording it as we're making it, and then sometimes it's like we're jamming together.
Yeah.
We're not so much like a jam band, but that again, like as we've became a band and like expanded our like creative process, jamming on ideas is something that's become more of what we do.
What would you guys say? Like, what kind of genre of music would you guys say Live Alone is?
That's you guys.
Straight up post-hardcore.
Yeah, I would say.
Honestly,
I'd say just post-hardcore, but post-hardcore has like a lot of different avenues.
It's kind of a cop out to say that. Honestly, yeah.
It's like almost like saying rock, in a way.
That's honestly that's how I describe our band. I'm like, we're just like a
guitar
rock
and
band.
drums. We're a guitar and drums band.
We're like a Creed Nickelback cover band.
We are like an
that'll do numbers. Go crazy.
With a little tinge of Celine Dion, you know.
we're like a completely analog band. We don't have. There's not a computer that plays bass for us or drums.
Right. Yeah.
We don't play to a click. We just play.
Not the
music,
dreaded
dude.
click.
Pure rock.
Shout out to the click.
Hard
dude.
rock radio.
Was 105.7 The Joint.
Was it like liquid metal? But
Here's
post-hardcore,
Imagine
it goes a lot
Dragons.
of different ways. Like you can have there's more emo sound. There's like a more screamo sound.
Yeah. Grunge too.
There's a grunge angle, like a just alt, like almost alt metal-y kind of thing. You could go melodic hardcore.
There's all like the different types of breakdowns because you can have a breakdown without like just chugging a bunch of zeros, you know.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, absolutely. But I'm just like adding to your point of like it's an expansive
Yes.
term.
So you guys have been cooking up an EP for a hot minute now. What has the process of putting that together been like?
Long.
Yeah.
We really, we've had the songs for so fucking long.
Yeah.
And we just like wanted to be, we're kind of perfectionists. Like at this point, we just want everything to be right.
Makes sense.
Record over at Collins. Shout out to Colin.
Yep.
He records Lawrence. I think he recorded that first Slime EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have 6 songs, and we just went over there.
Is it self-titled?
No.
Interesting.
No.
You want to leak an exclusive? Maybe?
I mean, there's ideas for it. At this point, it's kind of...
We haven't even talked about a title yet.
We haven't talked about it.
I haven't.
I mean, I've had an idea of what I wanted to call it for a while.
just drop it right now, bro. Yeah, now's the time to drop it. First podcast, Live Alone, dude.
No.
It's gonna be called No. That's crazy, bro. Yeah.
I know the EP isn't out yet, but for people in the future that are listening to this, when you guys are fucking gajillion monthly listeners and everybody's trying to figure out the roots of Live Alone, what would you guys say is a song that is like a defining, if you were to show somebody one Live Alone song, what would it be? To encapsulate what you guys are as a band.
I've got one. Probably Coffee. It's probably from the new EP. It's not out yet, but we play it live. I think that one's like good amalgamation of just like what we're about and our sound, and especially Austin's writing.
Should just
like,
just go listen to every song. That's what you should do. When the EP comes out, you want to know what we sound like, just listen to it, and then listen to it again, and then listen to it again.
Real.
And just do that over and over again.
It's only gonna be like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can
exactly.
do 3 listens and it's only taking out.
I mean, personally, I would say Wave Runner. I still think that's
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
Because all the songs like kind of sound different. Like what he was talking about with like describing ourselves as post-hardcore. Like we dabble in a lot of stuff. I would say Wave Runner too, but I get what you mean about Coffee.
Yeah.
Same thing with Younger Me. Like it's a little bit higher energy than that stuff, but it's closer to like the newer stuff that we're writing now, like currently.
Yeah, like Two-Face is another one that's like
so.
But that's not going to be on there.
No.
So. That one's not on the EP though. Then
What is your guys' favorite song to perform live?
I think we all got a different one.
Well, Coffee is the same.
Hey, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'd say Wave Runner.
God damn it.
It's not Seek because that's gives me PTSD.
Oh God.
Least favorite one to play, to be honest. Yeah, I like that song. It's just like
starting that song. It's just full clench every time.
Right.
But I probably have to say Coffee too, just because like melodically for me, it's like pretty emotional and like there's multiple times like we've not to be sappy, but we've played it live and like. I've definitely like get a little.
Austin's cried.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten a little choked up during that song just because like it's an emotional song and then also like
his tears get on me, which is gross, honestly, and I wish that wouldn't happen.
But also it's a tight song because like the ending is pretty like fun to play and then it always just like I have a moment when I'm playing that's always like, damn, I'm playing music with like some of my best friends, so. That's why it's like kind of sappy and like emotional for me. But
I'd actually change my answer. I'm gonna say Fanhead.
Hey,
it's because I love the ending. Yeah. I feel like it's the most dynamic,
and it's the OG. Yeah. Like without Fanhead, we wouldn't.
It literally,
be
it's the very
here.
first one. So.
It's their ballad too. It's their
it's a ballad. Yeah. It hits all the notes. It hits all the points. It's emotional.
It's got the breakdown at the end too.
The breakdown's hard.
How long has Live Alone been like a performing band, like doing shows?
A year. Our first show was January. A performing band. Our first show was January 1st, 2023.
Technically, it was.
Or was it December 31st?
It was December 31st,
2022. So it was New Year's Eve.
So it's been about a year we've been playing shows.
This doesn't have to technically apply to Live Alone, but. Can you guys tell me a show horror story that haunts you to this day?
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, God, you guys really all got pumped. Damn.
Buddy.
Yeah, this was fun.
I got a few. Spill them.
This is very amateur sounding, which is really funny because, like, I'm pretty, like, OCD about this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I think about these types of things all the time, even before this happened.
Thank you.
But we played. This is why Seek gives me a lot of PTSD.
Oh God.
We played this show, and I played 2 different guitars during our for our set because the first few songs are in one tuning, and the second half of our set is in a different tuning.
Nightmare.
Anyways, the first song that I play with a different guitar is Seek. So
and you start that.
And I start that, and it's literally just me with a bunch of delay, and it's only me. And so I tuned my guitars up. Like, it was a rush show to be, like, fair to myself.
You tried to tune.
Yeah. I also had gotten a new tuner, so it was, like, a little confusing for me. Like, But anyway, so yeah, we're playing. We crushed the first 2 songs.
Yeah.
And then that was like up to that point. I was like, man, this is like my favorite show.
That's the first time you just walked off stage, right?
No, I didn't. No, I stayed on stage for that whole.
And then
show.
we played at what was it? No, it wasn't Bunk Bar. It was Misfits. And then, and then you just walked off.
That
stage.
one, that's not really. That wasn't your
count.
fault.
That
doesn't count.
That was because they didn't have like enough power to the outlet, so my amp wasn't working. But
nightmare.
Anyways,
also another nightmare.
That was the Halloweenville show.
Sorry, dude. My bad, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cursed show. Don't worry.
So
that's the one that Keddy's Resort got like the light shut off on them and stuff like that.
We don't talk about
crazy,
it. That
dude,
was supposed to be an amazing night. It was a learning lesson. Shout out all my friends.
It really was.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It was a very fun show. I mean,
it was a good memory.
You know, some things got a little scuffed.
It was my second show I've ever thrown in my life. So I mean,
it was lit in there though.
I mean, okay. So wait, no.
So I switched guitars, and it wasn't in tune.
Nice.
And I didn't know which like string was in tune.
Yeah, I think we changed tunings like a week or two.
It was also
dropped.
like it was the collision of like a few different things that had happened. But yeah, I was like really out of tune, and I remember starting and just looking at you. I looked at TJ. I looked at TJ and was like, I don't know what's happening, and
then I looked at you like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. So I started again, and I'm like, that's definitely not right.
You got the Terrell eyebrow raise though,
and I just there was a song that we weren't gonna play, but I was like, let's play that song instead because it didn't start with me.
Right.
And then so they started, and I like thought I was in tune. So we played the whole song, and I thought I was in tune. I really wasn't.
Yeah, you started to play, and then we were like, "What the fuck?"
And then, yeah. Well, I couldn't hear myself either. That was the other hard time. Like once we started playing, I couldn't hear myself at all.
Mm.
Yeah,
so
pretty crucial.
Like, but yeah, it wasn't until like right before the last song that I realized like I was still out of tune. But I also like at that point had figured out what string it was. So I remember like the last song, I was like, okay, I've got like 10 seconds here where he's gonna say something. And I'm just like, okay, I know what string it is, so I'm just going to like rip it into tune really fast. And I remember like literally by the skin of my teeth, like being able to get it in tune. And then we started the last song and like I was in tune and I was like, oh, fuck. And then we played the last song and that was like literally the only saving grace for me.
That's a lot of pressure to like say things in between.
Yeah,
I've noticed that. Where it's like, when you say 10 seconds, I have 10 seconds of shit to say.
That's yes.
And then I don't want to repeat anything.
You don't have 15
know what's funny
seconds.
about that show is that like people came up to me and nobody said anything about the guitar tuning, but like multiple people said like it seemed like he didn't know what to say on stage, and that's like there was like the fallout from all that shit or whatever. Yeah,
beautiful.
He's like, yeah,
that's actually what happened. Yeah, I'm just making up this story because Pace didn't have anything to say. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, that's on me. It's on my bad.
Pace, what is your horror story?
I mean, fuck. I think that was
it.
that was rough.
Yeah, I don't have one for Live Alone, but
it doesn't have to apply to Live Alone. Just in general.
I've played shows with like 2 people there. Or whatever. We had a benefit show at Mano Colta where like 2 people showed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With our producer stuff.
Yeah.
I'm Carmaic as a producer, and this is Pace Moccasin over here.
Yeah, that one didn't go well.
And I'm Austin Johnson.
Yeah. Yes. Cool. Yeah.
I play guitar. It's fine.
But multiple people
Austin Johnson on the beat.
That's true. We got clothes. A lot of people came through with donations and then left. Actually, if we're gonna go that route where it's like not Live Alone,
it doesn't have
related,
to be Live Alone. No. Just in general.
Like in high school, I had this pop punk band.
Is this the church show or whatever?
No,
FCC.
Those were good shows. Yeah. Those were good shows.
It's probably the show I'm thinking. I'm just mistaking the venue. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. This one. Yeah, we're called The View from Down South. We're like 15 years old.
Fuck yeah, that band's awesome, dude. Yeah.
There was a touring band called With the Punches. They're from like New York or some shit, and they came and they played.
Yeah, this is the show I'm thinking.
Yeah, and before the show started, just like these are the things you learn when you're like a younger band.
Yeah,
it's like you don't necessarily want to play last.
Oh yeah.
And then With the Punches came up to us. They're like, "Hey, do you guys want to play last?" And at the time, we're like, "We get the headline."
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's not a good
Don't
thing, dude.
do that.
It's not a good thing.
Don't do that. When you bring like 11 people, you're gonna just play to those 11 people. Like the 30 other people are gonna leave at least. And that's exactly what happened. But that wasn't the worst part. Our guitarist, we played a fucking Blink-182 cover.
Oh
Is this Peter?
Yeah.
Just
Sorry,
dropping
Peter.
all the names right now.
I didn't say his last name. It's
If you watch it, he knows who he is.
He knows who he is. Sorry,
who
Peter.
you are.
Fuck you, Peter.
No, you all right, dude. Yeah, it's fine.
Shout out to Peter.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just like stopped in the middle of it, of the cover.
He just stopped.
But for some reason, he played guitar. But then for some reason, we all stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing we're better at, like at now. 'Cause you stop.
Like, did you guys all just catch it? Like, you were just like, oh, okay, I guess we're done.
We just keep on playing.
The problem-
Yeah, we just keep on playing now.
Well, now, yeah.
Now, yeah.
I mean, in the
That's
moment.
something you learn. But then
Yeah.
we're all just like, that wasn't right. And then
Yeah,
we
I
all
mean-
was like, it's like that, like a discordant sound, like people
Record
like
scratch.
dropping glasses and
The
shit.
ringing of the mic.
Like what? And then we look over to With the Punches, and they're just like at their merch table, like,
You noobs,
like,
amateurs.
oh my god, these fucking guys suck.
I mean, but like you said, like being 15 and never like having played a show and like also not seeing any like that happen to any bands, you don't know to keep playing. Like that's something we established before we started playing shows. Like if anything happens, don't stop playing. Like if
that's the most
somebody
important
stops
part,
playing, just keep playing. And like, but that's what I'm saying is like you wouldn't know that at 15. Like if somebody stops, everyone's gonna be like, "What's wrong?" But it's like
What's
we
wrong,
said,
buddy?
with
You got a stomach ache?
like with the previous story, if you don't stop playing, most people don't know there's something wrong,
Yeah.
even if you're out of tune.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So this is a bit off topic from music, but this is the fucking Halloweenville podcast. So get
Hell yeah.
fucked. Do you guys fuck with horror movies?
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't really watch them, but I mean they're
Not,
cool.
like super knowledgeable, but yeah, I like them.
I feel like this is up your alley.
Yeah, it's up my alley. Yeah. What's up?
What about you?
I mean,
doesn't
I
like
watch
scary
them,
shit.
but like I won't watch them by myself.
He gets
I
scared.
I legit used to get scared. Now I don't really care. I'm just like it depends. Like if it's like a psychological horror thing, like I'll watch it. But like the fucking Saw shit, I don't really fuck with.
Do you
'cause
guys
it's
have a
just like-
favorite horror movie?
I like Hellraiser.
Hard.
It's cool, yeah. Or like Evil Dead 2 is good too.
Okay, how about this? This is a little bit of a reframing since you two specifically.
Does Troll 2 count?
Oh my god.
I would
sure.
say it counts. I would say it
Sure.
counts. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kinda, it's kinda
What's
scary.
the new? What's the movie with the?
Get Out?
No, but it's one of his movies though. It's the one with the spoilers. Alien.
Nope. Not one.
That's
Yeah, that
Nope.
one.
That's Nope. Yeah.
That one is like. I have a different favorite one. I just can't remember what it is at this
Okay,
moment.
how about this? What is something even it doesn't even have to technically be horror because there was a lot of creepy shit in 80s, 90s movies. What is something that fucking is core childhood trauma movie, TV show?
The Jurassic Park soundtrack.
The Jurassic Park soundtrack?
Yeah, so
Not the
so-
movie, but the soundtrack.
No, yeah. So when I was really little, my grandpa.
Because there is some scary ass parts in that first Jurassic Park.
So dinosaurs as a kid like scared the shit out of me.
He's like, I'm not into that.
Yeah,
Everybody
no,
else is
like-
fucking with that.
Dude,
Not for me.
Bro, a lot of shit.
Velociraptors? Hell no.
Bro, the Mummy.
Get
a
that
lot
shit
of
out of my face.
a lot of shit scared the
Face,
shit out of me as a kid, bro. A lot
Okay,
of
now I see why Pace
Yeah.
picked on you.
That's what I'm saying. Dude. It's fine.
Got him.
So when I was really little, my grandpa had the Jurassic Park soundtrack, and the actual soundtrack was dope. But he also had the sound system that was like in every room.
Oh, so when that fucking
in the house.
yeah,
and that's the
you heard
thing is
that
like
shit.
before the music happened, it was like dinosaurs growing, like
Yeah.
growling and shit,
Growing.
and then it like they're
Growing and
Pause.
but like it
Shaboing?
turned into like it started with like
Shwee?
the playful like dinosaur noises, and
Yeah.
then it turned into like the T-Rexes roaring and shit.
How old were you?
I was like 5 years old.
Little.
And I remember he would play this just to fuck with me. And because it was like he had the sound
How did that
system,
make you feel, Austin?
Well, he had the sound system throughout the entire house, so I could not escape it.
You could not escape it.
Like no matter what room I was in, I always felt like there was a T-Rex right next to me.
It's just the soundtrack was always surrounding you. That's so funny, dude.
It was
that's
terrifying.
That's fucking awful, dude. I'm sorry.
The soundtrack slaps, but
Yeah, it does slap.
just that core memory fucking sucks.
What about you, Pace?
For me, it was it was Michael Jackson had this movie, man. It's called
is that the sci-fi
the
one?
Moonwalker?
Moonwalker, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I never knew
yeah,
Michael
that is
Jackson had a
scary.
movie.
It's
That's
like
crazy.
a music video movie
Oh, okay,
incorporating
that makes
everything.
Yeah. He was in the Wizard of Oz remake too. It's
Yeah.
called Oz or whatever.
Yeah, but he wasn't scary in that.
Yeah, no. He was
This is when Michael Jackson started to look fucking freaky. And like as a kid, my family loved Michael Jackson, so they would like play. Like I loved the music, and then they're like, "Oh, you love the music? Let's watch the movie." I was like, "Sure, of course."
That's always a good thing.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is a ghoul."
He kind of was a ghoul, dude. I mean,
Like
yeah.
that's still like you would. That's like a face you would see in the shadows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you'd walk downstairs or like into a dark room and be like,
jump
turn the
scare
lights
Michael
on.
J-
Turn the lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
I gotta say like Page Master or like
Yeah.
What about
Pagemaster was
Page Master
terrifying.
specifically? I
just-
get it, but like
yeah,
what?
Yeah, like there's a couple scenes at the end where it's like not even descript. I just remember being absolutely fucking terrified when I was a kid. And maybe like Bridge of Terabithia. Like I remember like watching that movie. I'm like, what? Why am I like profusely crying right now? You know, like
What is this? Why am I
like
crying?
well, like why am I crying?
Like emotional or scared?
Yeah, I mean it's the like
I haven't
all.
seen
I remember watching that and being like, oh my god, all my friends can just fucking die. Yeah, which is terrifying.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
as
like
a
a
kid or
pretty
whatever.
surreal moment because it's just like that's the one.
Yeah,
where
they don't make fucking movies like
Yeah.
that anymore. Where it's
No,
like
not really.
it's like two
fucking,
kids having fun and then one of them dies. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking rough, man.
Shout
Yeah.
out the good son.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Well, anyway, that's enough of my emotional trauma when I was little. But
What is the best show you guys have played so far? What is your guys' favorite show so far?
that's a good question too.
I mean,
As a band or just in general?
mine is that the
Both.
house show that
Both.
we played where it's the first time we played Younger Me, that house show with
Oh, the
That
band
was
from
dope, yeah.
Sacramento and shit.
Yeah, that weird with that weird guy.
Yeah.
like,
yeah, just
Shout out the weird
just
guy.
because like
yeah.
The weird guy.
He was.
yeah, the dude who owned the house was kind of
Well,
weird.
he was like, oh, I used to hang out with Rick Rubin and stuff.
Yeah.
like that.
And I'm my house
that
is getting
house
repossessed.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
They're
Yeah, that
making
one
me
was
sell my
lit.
house. Yeah,
Yeah, the guy
Shouts
was
out
like,
to
I
that
did
guy.
ayahuasca with Rick Rubin or some shit.
Yeah, it was just crazy, dude.
Dude
I'm
was
like,
weird.
If that is true, that's
Yeah,
like
that
nuts,
one was
dude,
great.
yeah.
That was a great
Yeah.
one.
He had like a charcuterie board there, and he's like, I stole this from Safeway.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was a
Lit.
charcuterie board for like 15 people, but there was like 100 people there.
Yeah.
It was like, what is
so fucking
Yeah,
funny,
so
dude?
that
He's
guy,
like,
that guy was funny as shit.
Shouts out to the
He's
hospital.
like, I can only steal it because I'm Jewish. They didn't question me at all. I was like,
was
you know
cracking me
what? Not to get too political here, but shit.
But that was like the first show where like for me I felt really comfortable and like just seeing people's reactions and like not having to focus so much on playing the music but just like being present with what's happening. Like
Right. Yeah,
for me it
that
was like
a lit one.
the first time of like, oh man, shit, we're doing this. Like this is
Yeah.
fucking sick.
People like us. They really like us. They
really like us. They really,
Well, actually, no, I gotta say it's probably the first show just because Dan fucked up his tooth. Not Dan, Jake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Shouts out to Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, our best friend. He
Going
fucking broke his face moshing.
On
yeah.
another dude's head.
Yeah.
Fuck.
At our first show, it was hard, bro.
What is something that would surprise people that like inspires Live Alone's music? Like, what is something that you guys have in rotation that you're like pumps you up to make Live Alone music, even though you think
Pink
it's like
Panthers.
something?
Pink Panthers.
dude. Yeah.
Pink Panthers.
Shout out, Pink Panthers.
They don't even know.
That Boy's a Liar remix part 3 with featuring Live
It might be,
Alone.
yeah, you know.
No,
we
it's
want-
getting
we don't wanna
warmer.
Tell too much.
Getting warmer. Yeah, we got something. We got something cooked.
Yeah.
Wait. So is Live Alone gonna go off the status quo for sound for in the future? Maybe is that what you're
Maybe
implying?
drum and bass a little bit.
I wouldn't say that.
We're gonna put our instruments down. We're gonna pick up the computers. We're gonna start producing.
Yeah.
All
wish,
guitar, just all five
guitar.
of you, all
Hell
four
yeah,
of you,
dude.
That'd be sick.
every single one of you.
Would be badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pink Panther is so fucking.
But I think that's the thing about our
Very
band
good.
that was like it's a hard question to answer just
You
because.
could have said like Bjork, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah,
Bjork, and
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm getting at. Is like we have so many different inspirations. Like we all listen to just all types of music, not to be all like, oh,
Yeah.
like
Well,
But we really
Austin
do.
doesn't, but yeah.
yeah, dude, I don't like punk music. It's cool. I don't like punk
That's
music.
so
I'm just
true.
teasing,
I
I'm
don't
No,
like.
no, that's a legitimate thing where this man doesn't like straight up
certain-
like
yeah.
punk.
This is a door I shouldn't have opened right now. But
Yeah,
That's
you
fine.
opened it for yourself, buddy. Yeah.
You know, it's a pastime to shame you.
It's not that I don't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I get it. I get it. It's not.
Like
It's not quite to your taste. This is
yeah.
a prog man.
I like
Yeah,
punk
Perfect
music.
Circle,
It's just
yeah.
not something that I like listen to like regularly by myself. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I really
this
like
is,
this.
This is the technical brain behind the band.
I'm the
Yeah.
Berkeley
Yeah.
guy that didn't go to Berkeley. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play my guitar up here.
Oh, you used to? You lowered it?
I mean, yeah, but
It was just like directly in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing the guitar with my teeth.
What is a core album or like defining moment in your okay, how do I phrase this? So for example, like how the SoundCloud era happened and that was like a big deal. I feel like you guys are a little bit older than me. The SoundCloud era was more so my teenage heyday, but you guys I feel like we're like 5 years prior to that when like all the emo metalcore shit was going off. Like what was like a band or a song that was like, oh fuck, like that moment where you're like, oh shit, like you know, most musicians have always loved music, but there was always like that like one song or band that was like, oh fuck, I want to do this. What is that
Like,
for you
We're
guys?
talking like recently or like our
No,
childhood?
like
like
in
middle
general,
school or
like
something?
when you're like
Yeah.
teenager, like that. Because I mean, like that's what I mean. Like I'm sure you guys all were like 5, 6. I fucking love music. I want to be in this and that. But like, what is like that like
I
core?
came
like,
out the womb playing guitar, dude.
what is that like core like to this day? You still bump that shit because that's like the reason you're
I
doing
got a
shit.
couple, but I don't know if there's one collectively that we get.
I don't think there will be one
Well,
collectively. Yeah.
you know, me and Terrell's like musical DNA, and just like, you know, we listened to a lot of the, like, we grew up on a lot of the same shit, going to like like Warped Tour together, and just like loving the same bands, and like wearing like the same like Monster t-shirt like band.
Not energy, but like the drippy.
Yeah, the drippy like
Yo, those shirts were
Monster.
dope though.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
post-hardcore
bring
like
those back, dude. Honestly, yeah.
the post-hardcore
I
shirts
disagree.
were dope.
Leave that shit.
Yeah, I do. I want to see more girls with like raccoon tails or whatever. The fucking
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't been back. Man, give it a couple more years. You'll see it
It's
again.
coming back.
You know, we're still in like in the terms of revival, we're still in like the mid 2000s right now. It's
Or
not
just
early
just
mid
give it
2000s.
like 3 years and we'll be completely like irrelevant again. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, then we just gotta change, man.
Like I said, dude, we're gonna go back to computers, bro.
But I'd say really I'd say that My Chem album, the 3 Cheers,
Oh yeah, dude.
that
was
really
huge
made
for
me like, that was like when I picked up an instrument. But
Yeah.
like what really got me into like rock and shit like that was Metallica, fucking Ride the Lightning.
Dude, it wasn't Linkin Park, dude.
Yeah, Brand New was huge.
Live your truth.
Yeah,
right?
Brand New was huge for us too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rip.
I know, right? Yeah.
I remember when you showed me brand new in high school. Like I hadn't really listened to anything like that. But yeah, I remember that was like pretty fucking life changing at that point. I mean, that was like right around the time, obviously, like when pop punk was happening, and yeah, just that was pretty life changing for sure. Even though like that was what, like 5, 6, 7 years after that album had came out.
Yeah.
That one was like pretty old at that point, but still.
Taking Back Sunday was huge for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like those bands like really go hand in hand, obviously.
Yeah. Taking Back Sunday, Mac M, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you gave me your Taking Back Sunday t-shirt. and I wore that at the church camp.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
remember that, and
Yeah.
then I pissed in that kid's hair.
Oh, I was
gel.
about to bring that up. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if you want that.
Yeah.
out in
No,
public.
hey, fuck that kid.
Yeah, fuck that.
You gonna call me an emo bitch? You're gonna get pissed in your head. Fuck
Wait,
wrong with
whoa,
you?
whoa,
I mean,
whoa,
he
whoa.
wore it all day.
Yo,
He fucking wore
I
it in his
love
hair
that.
all day, dude.
I love that.
And I finally told him, and like,
Yeah, see, that's another thing you shouldn't have done.
Dude,
you almost got me kicked
dude,
out
I
of camp.
had to let him know, dude. Like,
No, you
dude,
didn't.
Dude,
yeah, right.
You know you didn't.
bro, that's why it's funny.
You let everybody else know, and then we all point and laugh at him. Eventually,
yeah,
he could know.
because he was pissing me off too. I wanted him
Yeah.
to know, like,
Well,
like,
you should have
gotta-
took a dump in his fucking soap or something.
I didn't have the bravery at the time. Now I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
could do that.
That's
now.
been a thing. I feel like I've always been the person to like just fuck with people,
Yeah.
and then you like kind of stand over there and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was always in support though.
Yeah, you were.
yeah. Like I never was like, don't do that.
Yeah. No,
I
yeah.
was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just was like,
Like, yeah, man, that's
That's one of your defining characteristics, though, is just like messing with people in different ways to see reactions. I remember you said that to me in like high school. Like you described yourself as that, and I was like, "Damn, you make so much more sense to me now."
yeah, that
Because like when you used to give me a hard time when we were younger, it's like it makes sense. It's like because I know that's like you weren't bullying me to bully me. You were like you were messing with me to like
Slipping you.
to like
Yeah,
see
yeah.
my
No,
reaction.
we're
and
just-
shit.
yeah, no.
yeah, we weren't bullying.
I
you
just
to
want to
bully.
see if
we're
you'd be
your
a good friend, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't become
bitch.
friends for like 5 years, but you know it's chill.
You know.
Yeah, we love you, Austin.
Okay, so Live Alone is on their world tour. They're on a plane filled with people.
Playing. It's bougie.
Plane crashes.
That's not happening.
Everybody's dead except for Live Alone. Live Alone is stranded on an island. Who gets eaten first?
Oh, probably me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, you go out searching for food or something and just either never come back or you would
like-
like eat something that's just, it should not be eaten.
Yeah, and then I die. Yeah. I'm just like, this starfish looks really good. Yeah, like
This
just-
jellyfish is looking really scrumptious.
I
I'm gonna just
appreciate how
pick
like
this up.
self-aware you are.
I love the texture, and then I just like immediately die.
What is the worst experience you guys have had with like maybe not a fan, but like somebody like seeing you guys live and just making it weird? Doesn't have to be Live Alone exclusive.
Yeah, that fucking
Fuck
guy.
that guy, dude. Honestly,
Well, I don't know what he
I don't
was
know what
on
his
that
deal
night.
is. Honestly, yeah.
But I think that was at the same Halloweenville show.
Oh damn! Yeah,
that was
shout
when
out that
Father's
cursed
Milk
ass
was
show.
playing.
No, it was when
Yeah.
Ovarian was playing.
Oh right, yeah. He was doing
Yeah.
that same shit when Father's Milk was playing, which ripped too. Yeah.
Oh, they aren't a band anymore?
Yeah, they're not a band anymore.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Rip.
Wow.
Good clap. Yeah, at the Halloweenville show.
Yeah, who's this?
When Ovarian was playing, there was this guy, like they're doing circle pit, and like some people would like step on his shoe or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember this guy.
But it happened. He was like so adamantly against that.
This was
that
after we
there
played.
was like
too.
literally 8 people that he was like, "You got a problem? Step on my fucking shoe again. It's gonna be a fucking issue."
Jesus Christ!
I'm just like,
Yeah.
you talking to me?
Don't be in the pit or like
And then
around
he was
people.
literally standing at the edge of the
Dude,
pit,
he did that.
looking at
To,
his shoe step.
yeah, he did that to me, and like not 5 minutes before, like he was like, "Man, like what kind of bass is that? Like you guys were so sick."
Yeah,
and, like, blah,
that
blah,
was
blah."
crazy too because he really liked our set.
Yeah,
But then he was just like such a asshole. I was like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't-
Shouts out to that guy.
Yeah, thanks.
But
for
like
coming to
people
our
were like
shows, I
pulling
guess,
their
yeah.
girlfriend away from him and shit. It was like trying to get like a
yeah.
bubble. I don't know.
And I wish I would have seen that. I would have fucking dealt with
Yeah.
that.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was like, what kind of shoes you got on, bro? I was like, it's just like, why you care so
Skechers,
much?
bro.
Dude, these are my white Skechers, my white New Brown, my white New Bounce. Yeah.
You got the black etnies on.
I know that technically Live Alone is a bit of a baby band, only existing for a year now, but I'm curious about what you guys so far in your own musicianship would describe as a defining moment in your career as a musician per se,
As a band or as a musician?
as a musician individually.
Oh, okay.
Because I only say that because I'm like, Live Alone, those moments have yet to happen.
Right. I mean, for me, it would probably be all the fucking SoundCloud producing shit. We did you did Lil B.
Yeah.
We did Chris Travis.
Me and Trey.
Yeah.
Shout out Trey. Did Lil B collab. Yeah. Gotta Rap Part 2. It's
Legendary.
out there. Yeah, it's out there.
For me, I'd probably just say our band because like
Hard.
this is the first band I've really been in that's like done stuff, and I've written like tons of music on my own, and I've like never released it or recorded it. So like,
Got like a back catalog of 100 songs.
yeah. So
Yeah.
to like,
I'd always been like, yeah, that shit is fucking hard.
and
Like,
then
you
I
should
just,
put that out.
it's not done yet.
Yeah,
it's not done yet.
It's not doing
Yeah, like 4 years later, he's like still working on it. Yeah.
It's like I lowered that a quarter of a decimal.
It's like, bro, you cannot hear that. You cannot hear
can.
that, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, so like to be in a band that's like playing actual shows and like have recorded music, or going to be, you know. Yeah, we got the EP. Yeah.
We got the
And
demos
demo,
out right
yeah.
now too. Yeah.
And like, yeah, to just, you know, I mean, having merch was pretty crazy as well. Like, I mean, even though it was just like a black shirt with our logo on it, it's still like pretty hard. Like, and a white shirt. Yeah, it's still just pretty hard to think that like I'm a part of something that's like that. I guess.
I mean, that's my first time for that shit too. So
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're
merch.
involved, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love you, baby.
After recording the first EP, and you guys said that you've like been sitting on those songs a handful of time, you definitely have performed them a whole lot. Do you feel like the band's sound is going to evolve and change?
Yeah, it sucks. We're gonna scrap everything and just start.
Yeah.
I was curious
We
if
might
you
not
guys
even
were to
release the
break,
EP.
if you were to rebrand as a rap group, would you still be Live Alone?
Be live alone.
Live Alone.
Live alone. Yeah.
Okay.
We're live alone.
But I mean, I feel like the band sound is like, since we sat on those songs so long, we already have like 6 other songs, and like it sounds even more cohesive.
Well, like all of our stuff, like I said before, is like all pretty like wide spanning. Like there is a core sound, but we do we dabble in a lot of different stuff. So like, I think we could do a lot of stuff in the future, and it would still just sound like us, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
a lot. Like I think the thing we've got, the biggest compliment I've got like about our band was from Steven when he was like, "Your band sounds exactly like what I would expect it to sound like, because it sounds like everything that I know is your influences." So, and it's just like, that's generally the kind of music that I want to be making just in general, is like, yeah, I want to take all my influences and put them together with like my buddies and just enjoy it, and hopefully have other people enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that's what's really special about our band, just in general, is just like we spent so much time together over the years. I think it's just like a natural thing for us to like move in certain directions, kind of. And that's, I mean, I've appreciated over the past years seeing you guys write and stuff like that. I mean, like I agree with everything, because I'm kind of I come from like a perspective where I'm producing, right? Like where I'm like have total control over things, but seeing you guys write and then like being involved in the writing process and just like totally agreeing with you guys on most things has been very like I wouldn't have it any other way, really. Like it's cool. And I think as far as like our like evolving sound, I think it's just whatever feels right?
Yeah. I think part of like to what you're saying, like I think a lot of it is like because we've known each other for so long, like we like know each other's influences and stuff. So like you show me, like either when you guys show me a riff, like I know where that's coming from for you, and then like because I know where that's coming from, I kind of know what, like before we've talked about it, I know like the direction that you're probably wanting it to go in. Like that's how a lot of the stuff that me and Terrell have written has happened, is he'll come to me with a riff, and it's like before he's even told me, oh, I was listening to this band and wrote this riff or blah blah blah, like I kind of already know all these things.
A lot of it's nonverbal.
Yeah.
It's just like we kind of are clued into the same shit or whatever, which I appreciate. Yeah.
Because all of us have made music on our own and have like worn the producer hat, like whether it be like for our own music or like other groups or whatever. I think we're all pretty malleable at that as well. We're like, I'm not just a guitar player, you're not just a bass player. Like we all like have a skill in like composing music and producing. So like we, when Dan's got an idea, it's like, okay, cool. Like let that be the core of it, and then we'll all get behind it. When I've got an idea, it's like, okay, there's the core. We'll all get behind it. Like there's not anybody like specifically that like comes up with everything and like is the songwriter per se, right?
All right, we're about to hit the hour mark, so we finna close this bitch. Is there any questions you guys have for each other that you would never ask until I made it really weird and make it really obvious right now? When it comes to the process of being Live Alone the band, because you guys have microphones in front of you, so we can make it
I'm
weird.
not gonna sing, bro.
Next EP.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to, but yeah.
That's
I'll
not
do
true,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
That's not true. You want to.
Well, I kind of want to, but it's scary.
How
You've been writing lyrics and shit. You came up with.
I came up with that one lyric that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out that one lyric.
Coming up with that lyric that
It's
one
literally
time.
it's literally one lyric.
Yeah, it's one, I think it's like one. It's like 2 words.
Yeah, like I got 2 words, bro.
Great hook. I gotta say though.
Bro, check out this hook. I got really high. Okay, what is it? Yeah, damn, you're definitely really high, but it's tight.
Yeah, it's just being like almost like comatose.
Not quite nonverbal because you came up with those 2 words. So yeah.
I would just say, damn, why you guys so good at what you do?
Shit, I don't know.
Dude,
Damn.
the reason and me and you have talked about this, but the reason is because like we pushed each other through the years to become better.
That's true.
Yeah, that really is true. Like I was like, it's funny to hear you talk about it because like, for me, it's like I was always trying to be better because I saw you getting better.
Dude, I was trying to be better because I saw you getting better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was a competition thing. Kind
Dude,
of. Yeah.
That's funny.
Finally.
I wasn't even like associated with your bands, but like again, it's this. I got wrapped into that same shit because you guys were in bands, and I was like,
me into this.
I wasn't even honestly. There
Like-
was a while I wasn't even playing guitar, but like just like hearing all the shit that you had written, I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta pick this bitch back up." I gotta
and
stop fretting.
that's
Yeah,
tight
that
because
can
I
be
was
left
really
on the side
bummed
of
when
the
you
road,
put it down. But I'm talking about like in middle school when you guys were in bands. Like again, like I was over here playing like Linkin Park and shit, and then seeing you guys like play shows and shit was just like, damn, this is tight, and it like pushed me to do, you know, what
You
I
can do
like,
anything
yeah,
you put
what
your
I do,
mind
you
to.
know,
Just have friends that support it. Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
But also because my life is dope and I do dope shit, so it's really
All right. Well, this has been the motherfucking Halloweenville podcast. This has been Live Alone. I would have made these motherfuckers freestyle, but they made it weird, so we're not gonna make it do it. So
We're low on
everybody,
time, man.
everybody
Yeah,
put
we're gonna freestyle, but
L's
yeah.
in the chat and all that noise. Appreciate you guys. Fucking genuinely believe in y'all because I wouldn't put anybody on this podcast that I wouldn't put in my own Spotify playlist. Unlike all the others. Fuck all the other Portland podcasts. This has been the Halloweenville podcast. I love music journalism. I love music. Fuck the rest of y'all. Good night.
Bye.
Say good night, y'all.
peace.
Good night. Thanks for having us.